There's another one. Okay, reminds me of the grid. Guess what? Guess what? Eustace! He's in the house again! There's Eustace Fulgence. You go, guy. You need to revisit this and take this down if possible and kind of save it, but it looks like he can do it again. It's in really bad shape. But Eustace has brought his Caribbean influence of space and color and scenes of nature and community into this community, into Charlotte. And he is a just do it kind of guy, and he's gone. No big thing. He's very mild, unassuming, soft-spoken artist. You know, and he tells his story. I mean, there's sustenance here. Jamaica, you can eat the banana. The banana's there. The reference to time changing and fallen trees and what have you. But still there's limbs stretching up to the sky with this potential and possibilities for growth. And the houses, the places where people live and coexist with each other and take care of their families and love each other. And then, of course, the beautiful landscape, which is one of the reasons I have been so attracted to Jamaica. The blues and the mountains, which really feels a lot to me like parts of Negril, which is the more rustic part of Jamaica that I spent time in and spent a good bit of time in. And buildings are a lot more rustic and old, and you know, and even this arrow, instead of pointing that way, points back that way, which I think is really cool. Back to where his name is, back to where his presence is. It's in bad shape. It's going down fast. But I don't think anyone who has actually taken a picture of this to show its presence, and as far as I'm concerned, it's important. And look at the waterfall. It's like water's coming down from the Blue Mountains, you know, and then cascading down across these rocks and just moving along. And then, although this is on wood, then this one transfers over to brick, which is what I really think he likes to work on the most because it allows for more permanence. It's obvious that the wood, even with this here, is all decomposing. So this is more solidity, this is more formidable. And it has shown much less wear than this one, even though it's a continuation of the scene. And he actually continued the scene from one to the next on the brick, concrete, on the wood. And once again, the whole span of blue, the blues, which is where in Jamaica and in Africa so much of our heritage for the music that we now know as soul had its influence in being in a slave ship, only being able to see water and sky, only blues. So whenever I see this infusion of blue, it just makes me feel connected in a way that I'm not really able to talk about. It's more of a feeling than anything else when I see these indigo. You know, and indigo was the color that was used for black before synthetic dyes came into place. And indigo was a part of the slave trade. And he just fused it along the top. It's just right on it. It's right on it. And once again, there's banana and then there's coconut. You can eat these things. They grow. They are sustenance food. And he framed the painting in food. frame the painting in food. I like this Eustace guy and would like to know him and get to know him more and find out what he's doing and if he has any more murals in this area. And we will meet again. And he gave me his card, and I will connect with him. But for now, this is what we do. We get a record, a pictorial representation of what he's portraying here, and his story, what his story is. And it's a wonderful story. Simple, framed in food, nature, water, sustenance, a lighthouse, you know, a way of being led to the light, to safety, you know, to security, to sanctity. This guy has got some qualities about him that I really, really like. And he loves nature. He loves the nature of life. And these look like they've been done with stipples. Like he just, you know, this is stipple. Boom, that guy hit one time. Poop, poop. This is stipple. I can feel it. You know, he's stippling it. He back off a little bit, you know, and check it out, and see where he wants to, you know, but it really feels like the Blue Mountains. And then he goes back in and stipples again, and the birds coming out of the foliage and the greenery, you know, from the mountains. They're just kind of cascading up out of there, just emerging out of it. Way cool, Eustace. Cool, Jinx. Way cool. Way cool. A testament to the people of the Caribbean who have brought the world such beautiful gifts. Not only the fruit of our labor, but also great art, music. Nobody can not know what reggae is now. You know, thanks to Bob Marley and others who preceded him, i.e. Black Moses, Marcus Garvey, who was not an artist, but an artist, a writer and a great thinker, and he had the right idea for his Back to Africa movement. And some people did take him up on it to go back to Liberia, and I keep wondering sometimes, from time to time, if I had been born, should I have been on the boat to get the hell out of Dodge and go back to a place where my roots are deep. And so it is.